check this out. There's this guy. Now, is he a guy? That's going to be the first question, and I'm not saying anything weird. What I mean by that is I don't know if this person is AI, and this is, in fact, been a bit of a conversation, and if you look at the comments, this feels very much like AI. People say that. There are a lot of people that say, people say impressive because, of course, I think you read the title. This person claims he says, I speak 15 languages, and so could you. It's from a very recent channel, I guess, 145 subscribers. Problem is, though, he really does sound like he's AI, so I need your help to figure this out. So let's see if we can find out. Let's see if we see something weird. Because the thing is, we have three options, three possibilities here, and this is what I'm just going to lay out. Option number one, this is entire AI, so scam channel, and I hope they get deleted into oblivion. Option number two, he's not AI, but he's a fake polyglot. One of those that says, I speak 15 languages, here is my method. But in reality, he just memorizes or reads stuff, but in fact, his abilities are not that great. So that's the other possibility. Still not great, but I'll take it over a fake AI imposter, but still, it's a type of imposter. Or this is a guy who has a passion, because he looks a little older. Usually the fake polyglots tend to be younger. This guy looks kind of like my age, in his 40s. So if it could be like an older guy who does have a passion for languages, and maybe he doesn't know about the fake polyglot thing. But then again, he says, Milan here, a polyglot who speaks 15 languages. Brother, that word that's a swear word. Polyglot is a swear word these days, because a lot of the time it's not true, it's not impressive. All these fake polyglots, hyper giga chat polyglots, all they can do is really say a couple of sentences. It's not impressive, it's not interesting, and a specialist who knows one or two languages but to an extremely high degree is a million times more impressive than a clown who learns a couple of sentences in 15 languages. With that being said, Metatron, you polyglot. Yeah, I swear a couple of times people are like, but you're a polyglot. Like I said, don't you dare call me a polyglot ever again. I'm multilingual. I'll accept multilingual.
Languages, and so could you. I speak 15 languages, and so could you. I don't believe language learning is about having a special talent, growing up bilingual, or going to a fancy school. With the right motivation and solid strategy, you can hit your goals and fulfill your secret language dreams, even if they feel miles away right now. Welcome to Milan's Languages.
There is something with the face and the moving of... I mean, I'm sorry if I'm insulting a human being, by the way. Or I was going to say, but there's something with the fact that he stares at the camera straight, or the prompt. We'll have to see. Let me see. Let's go.
Companions since I was a kid. I've also taught foreign languages, but my main job right now is translating, specifically in the legal field. Interestingly,
he doesn't blink. Bro, his mouth movements are weird. I know this is driving me insane. We live in such a dystopic reality that I need to question whether someone is a human being or not. I thought we were going to do the opposite. Like, what's going on? It looks AI. I know this is what I think, but is it? Its pronunciation too sounds like robot voice. It does. So I wonder, is he messing up with Audacity? Audacity, for those who don't know, it's the audio program that you use to kind of, you can equalize and noise correction and all that kind of stuff. So sometimes this can happen, but he's not blinking.
I studied only 2 of my languages formally in school and never at a university level. That makes me more of a practical polyglot.
Okay, we got one blink. So in 48 seconds, one blink, those eyes are like reptile dry.
Than an academic one. I taught myself the rest using my own approach. I'm not claiming it's some magical secret, but it worked for me, and I'm convinced it can work for you too. On this channel, I share my love for languages. My goal is to showcase the languages that I speak through online interviews with native speakers and polyglots, as well as by using them in the countries where...
So when it comes to the accent, the voice sounds robotic. Once again, it could be the correction of the audio, but still it does sound, in fact, a little bit robotic as it used to. You know what I mean? So now AI voices are much better than this. Like, this voice sounds quite robotic. Thank you, Helldriver2552, for subscribing on Twitch. The cuts also look weird. The editing is strange. Also, what is this lamp here? Are you trying to say you want an Alienware computer? Because that's the front of an Alienware computer. So is this just to tell us that he's an alien? Okay, this is getting weirder now. Is he AI or is he a reptilian? You think he's just really neurodivergent? Well, I don't want to. Again, I don't want to. Maybe not. Maybe this guy is normal. I don't know. But why is the video so AI sounding? And I'm not the only one. The comments are full. Full of this kind. Let's go. Let's continue.
They are spoken. Most importantly, I want to share the tips and methods I used to master them. However, this channel is not only about the learning process. It is about experiencing languages through travel, connecting with local people, and discovering local culture.
I find it suspicious that he's not showing his hands. Why is he not showing his? Why are you not showing your hands, man? So, I mean, there is that. Some autistic people have a robotic delivery, maybe. But here's the thing. Let's talk about the accent. You know what the accent sounds like? It sounds either artificial or it sounds like someone who isn't a native English speaker but is trying to speak with an American accent but is overdoing it and it doesn't sound natural. Exactly. He's attempting, exactly what Spark is saying in chat. He's attempting American accent but he's overdoing it. He's absolutely, yeah. Let me see if I can notice some characteristics. It's one of the two. It's one of the two. Let's see. AI has no problems with hands anymore. Maybe, but I don't know what program they're using. Let's see.
And food. If that sounds like your thing, stick around. So which languages are my languages? English was my first
Even the way he says English, he almost says English, like with a instead of a E. English. It sounds exaggerated.
foreign language. I've been at it since 1991, which feels like a lifetime ago. I grew up watching Cartoon Network and listening to Queen and Oasis. That 90s sound...
Okay, that's based though. Oasis and Queen. Nice.
Is still so nostalgic for me. Back then, I spoke British English, the standard over here in Europe, but in 2001, I attended the Junior Statesman Summer School at Yale University. When I came back, I switched to American English. It just felt more universal and was everywhere. I'm a huge...
Yeah, so if this is true, if this is true, his English is clearly really good, okay? Not making fun of you, bro. But maybe you need to work, and this applies to me as well, you might need to work a little bit on a natural performance. Like, it's still missing a little bit, is in the, what do you call it, the uncanny valley a little bit. You know, one of those situations, it's called overcompensation in language learning, and I do it myself, we all do it. It's one of those things where you recognize a feature of an accent, that you could do it in Mandarin, you could do it in Japanese and Italian. You recognize, I'll give you an example with Italian. Italians, we tend to stress the penultimate vowel or vowel cluster, depending. It's what we tend to do. It's not always the case, but we tend to do it, which kind of defines our accent. When people notice that, they exaggerate it. So we say cavallo, okay, means horse, from cavallus in Latin. And clearly we're stressing the A, cavallo. We don't say cavallo, and we don't say cavallo, right? We say cavallo. But then if you notice that, and you're like, oh, Italians stress that vowel, you might end up saying cavallo. And that's weird. Like, it doesn't sound right. It doesn't sound native. So you are stressing the correct component, and you have recognized a feature of the accent, but it's too exaggerated, right? And it makes it into a caricature, which is usually what happens with people that try to imitate an accent, but they haven't done it for many years. And so it still sounds a little out of place. Anyways, let's move to other languages. I'm kind of curious. So what does he have for us? French. Does he have Italian, German, Spanish? Okay, yeah, he does. Latin and Italian. Ooh, this is going to be good. All right. So let's have a look at his French. How does his French now sound? Let's see.
Deuxième langue, c'était le français. J'ai comme curious. Total linguistic comfort food.
Even total, it sounds too exaggerated.
Ma deuxième langue, c'était le français. J'ai commencé à l'apprendre à l'école en 1995 et j'ai ensuite tout de suite tombé amoureux. C'était surtout grâce à ma prof de français au collège et une autre prof au lycée qui m'ont encouragé à approfondir mes connaissances. Je dis toujours qu'il existe de...
It's pretty good, but it sounds even more robotic. It must be the mic if this guy's human, or it's an AI and he's fooling us. Because it does sound pretty good. What do you guys think? Any native speaker here?
De nombreuses langues, et puis il y a aussi le français. C'est à part. Presque tout le monde aime la sonorité de cette langue, même s'il la trouve trop difficile. C'est certain, le français et la France auront toujours une place spéciale dans mon cœur. Meine dritte Sprache.
Even that, dans mon corps, it sounded very AI. I don't know what to tell you. Maybe it's a good thing, so he gets attention. I don't know what to tell you if he's human. Let's see another one. What else have we got? What else have we got? What is this?
Konnte ich plötzlich fließend Deutsch sprechen. Meine
Oh, that's German. Okay. Any German speakers in chat?
war auch die erste Sprache, die ich mir selbst beigebracht habe. Das war im Sommer 1998. Ich hatte damals nur so ein altes, dickes Lehrbuch und Kassetten. Das Buch war nicht gerade modern, aber es hatte seinen Zweck erfüllt. Nach 2 Monaten Lernen konnte ich plötzlich fließend Deutsch sprechen.
This feels scripted. Of course it is. Obviously. Every time you see any polyglot, unless they're having an actual conversation with someone, it's scripted. That's exactly how it is. So yeah, it's clearly a script that he has either memorized or he's reading if he's human. So once again, it's not particularly impressive what polyglots do. I will always say this until the end of my days. But right now, I'm more interested. What do you guys think of his German? And I'm gonna move to Spanish. Let's see Spanish. Let's go.
Mi cuarto idioma fue el español. Empecé a estudiarlo en 1999 porque en mi instituto había una sección bilingüe y me picó la curiosidad. Me di cuenta que el español no es tan difícil si hablas francés. Y lo mejor es que si lo hablas, se te abren las puertas de casi toda Centroamérica y Sudamérica. Trabajo profesionalmente con el español jurídico, que es mi especialidad, aunque por desgracia no tengo muchas oportunidades para hablar el español en el día a día. Mijn vijfde taal was...
Wow, dia dia sounded very robotic again. But if this is, it's a good accent to me. Sounds nice to me, but it sounds robotic. So I don't know what to do. I'm doing Italian now, and I'll tell you. Let's see how his Italian is. There we go. And then we're doing Latin, guys. Italian. Let's go.
Vanwege de link met het Frans. Die combinatie vind ik echt fascinerend. La mia sesta lingua è stata l'italiano. Ho iniziato a studiarlo nel 2000 ed è stata una scelta naturale dopo il francese e lo spagnolo. Adoro questa lingua, il suo vibe e tutta la cultura culinaria italiana. Secondo me, poi, è la lingua perfetta per la musica. Insomma, chi è che non ama l'Italia e l'italiano?
Not particularly impressive, sorry. I just thought it was funny that he said vibe. Il suo vibe. Come on. Yeah, sorry, it's just a vibe. The vibe thing was funny. Yeah, not particularly impressive. Still sounds robotic, but apart from that, if this is real, it's, I mean, I appreciate, okay? I appreciate people trying to study the language, but I don't appreciate 15 language polyglots. Why don't you ditch, if he's real, why don't you ditch 5 or 6 of those languages and actually reach a level that is impressive? Because this doesn't sound really good. Even the script is not great. La sesta lingua è stata l'italiano. La sesta lingua è l'italiano. Why è stata? So already the grammar there is weird from a native's perspective. The pronunciation is... You are 100 convinced he's real? Well, good. We'll see. We will see. We'll see. I know he made another video and that was it. Even this, like, it's like 60 seconds in Italian and he can't get them. What's the point? Well, let's see his Latin.
Septima lingua mea latina erat, quam anno bis millesimo primo discere ceppi. Latine lingue cognitio mea, magis passiva, quam activa est. In latina locuta pronunciationem italica malo. Mit ottonde språk var svenska.
Oh, that was it? What's the freaking point? Anyone can do that. I can get... Yeah, apart from the fact that it was an Italian pronunciation. It was kind of a mixture, mostly ecclesiastical, which is fine. I mean, it's not that it's a sin to speak. If you like ecclesiastical pronunciation over classical, it's fine as long as you personally don't read the classical, the poems of classical antiquity or pretend that the Romans spoke like that. Then I have no problems with it. You want to read Our Father who art in heaven in ecclesiastical. In fact, it's even more appropriate. Not a problem. But I don't understand. What is the point? 15 seconds in Latin, I can find the guy who sells fruit at the local's flea market. It takes me 15 minutes. Give me 15 minutes. I'll give him a script. I'll turn on the camera and he'll read you 15 seconds in Latin. What is the point? I will never understand it. I will never understand. I don't claim to be fluent in Latin, by the way. I've studied it, but I'm not fluent. I'm not able to just have a conversation in Latin like Luke Ranieri, which is why Luke Ranieri will always have my respect when it comes to Latin and ancient Greek. But I did make one video in Latin 5 minutes, continuously spoken classical Latin, not even a single jump cut. I did that. And I don't even put Latin in the languages I speak. Because for me to be included in the languages I speak, I prefer for it to have a decent level that I can literally run into a native speaker and we can begin to have a conversation. If I don't feel confident enough to be able to do that, then I don't add the language. I put it among the languages that I study rather than the languages that I know, if you know what I mean. Now, to each his own criteria, okay? But 15 seconds with jump cuts, bro. 5 minutes, no jump cuts. Take me on. You know what I mean? It's on both channels. It's on my main channel and it's on my language channel. And it's, I think on my language channel, Metatron's Protectorate, I titled it 5 minutes of fluently spoken Latin. Check it out. 0 jump cut. Not even one. In 5 minutes. Swedish.
Det var superspennende at det er et skandinavisk språk, og at man kan se vikingarvet till vissa ord. Sen pluggade jag juridik och jobbade som jurist och översättare, så jag tog en lång paus som varade i 20 år. Na konverters godina pauze.
Okay, now we moved into Croatian. So as usual, these are like 10 seconds, 15 seconds. They're worthless. They're worthless. And again, Portuguese. Oh, I want to hear Portuguese a little bit.
14º idioma foi o português. Uma língua que negligenciei durante muito tempo, apesar da sua proximidade com o espanhol. Como eu amo bossa nova, aprendi a versão brasileira, que é mais fácil, com sotaque.
Okay, so it's clearly Brazilian Portuguese, and what's funny is, think about it. Okay, we're gonna move on to the other video that people tell me he has made to respond to the accusations of AI, which I thought was great, because it's exactly what an AI would do. But what it's funny is that, check this out. Hey, this, okay? I like English. I've been studying English for 20 years. I enjoy watching movies. I like pizza. Dogs are cute. America is a beautiful country. England is in Europe. Thank you very much. Are you impressed? Because that's what they do. This is literally the level. In fact, I've been living, might be too complicated because it's present progress. What is it? Present perfect continuous. Maybe present perfect continuous might be too much for the polyglots. So I've been living, maybe I live. Let's do, or I've been studying too much. I study English. English is a beautiful language. I like chips. My computer is beautiful. That's it. That's all they do. But they do it in Portuguese. They do it in freaking Croatian, Proto-Slavic, whatever they do. And so it sounds like, oh my God, because the majority of the people who listen don't know those languages. And that's what it is. Anyways, let's see the other video. So he responded, am I AI? God. All right, let's see. Let's go. Is he AI, guys? Is he AI? Let's do it.
So let's read the comments.
Yeah.
Fake AI channel. It is a pity. This is AI, guys. More than 20 of you agreed. Well, let's fix that. I'm in Nitra, the oldest town of Slovakia. It's May 13th, 2026. It's about
19 seconds before the blink. I'm gonna Google it. 19 seconds, no blinks. How often do humans usually blink? This is an investigation. 15 to 20 times per minute. And he did 1 in 19 seconds, so he's doing 3 per minute. So either he's the most relaxed, chill person who has ever lived, even in a moment when he's been accused of being a robot, or he's a robot. Which one is it? Let's get back. I'm not done. Let's go. Please.
12:30, and I'm here to prove that I'm not AI, that I'm a human. The last video was too polished, scripted, edited. This time, you asked for raw footage, for evidence, and I get it. So this is what you get. Let's start with English. Well,
you see when I say English, whoa. But by the way, I think in some Scottish accents they do say English. English instead of English. Doesn't matter. And even the way he says well, it's a bit too, but whatever.
There was one thing I wanted to tell you because about English. Well, when I was a kid, I used to watch the X-Files, and there was this motto,
Me too.
on the poster, I want to believe. But now the opposite applies. People don't want to believe. Well, the assumption that is that you don't believe anything. And
No, actually, I disagree with you. Whatever your name is, Milan. The assumption is the human beings blink. This is the assumption is. Okay. We are 1 minute in. We got 2 blinks.
your skepticism is justified, of course. I get it.
Thank you.
But they say English is easy, so let's skip it. It doesn't really count, does it? Auf Deutsch könnte ich sagen, ja, über die künstliche Intelligenz vielleicht, dass es uns viel Gutes gebracht hat, dass sie uns hilft, aber irgendwie, ja, die negative Konsequenz wäre dann der Verlust des Vertrauens, dass man einem anderen überhaupt nicht glaubt, dass er existiert. Ja, das ist ganz komisch. Pour le français, je pourrais dire peut-être que j'ai étudié le français.
Even that, I mean, of course it's better that he's not jump cutting it, but guys, you could have memorized, okay? Let's say he's real and I'm wrong, we're all wrong, okay? He's real, he just doesn't blink, you know? Some people don't eat fish, this guy doesn't blink, fine. But here's the thing. Learning a single sentence or two, you could have been saying these for the last 10 years. So, of course. Here's my challenge to you, Milan. You speak Italian, right? We have a few languages in common. By the way, do you speak Japanese? Do you speak Mandarin in those 15? If not, you speak English, you speak French, you speak Italian. Let's go live. Because that's the only way. As far as I know, can AI go live with you and have a, interaction live? Because that's when right? That's the way you do it. Because if he appears live and we're speaking, yeah, he can tell me his prepared sections in Italian, but I can go out script anytime. I can literally go, va bene, ok, mi hai detto perché ti piace l'italiano, parlami qual è il tuo, ti piacciono queste bevande in America, che mouse, hai mai visto un computer degli anni 70? Like, I can go into anything. And that's how you, again, not because I'm trying to put people on the spot. If someone just tells me, brother, I don't know, I didn't understand what you said because it's not, it's fine, nothing to be, I'm not trying to mock you, but 15 languages, anyways, it's one way to see, go out of script, all right? I'm ready to do it anytime in Japanese, in English, in Italian, of course, it's my first language. We could try a little Sicilian. In French, and in Spanish, I can admit that if we go too much off script, meaning out of those areas that I've usually had a conversation with people in, then I might struggle, I might not understand, it's fine. And my Mandarin is a work in progress, so not as confident. But let me go into the Italian section again. Let me see if he kind of says the same stuff. Portuguese, Spanish, French, Italian. Let's see if it's, and then his Latin, is it 3 seconds? Again, let's see his Italian. Nice place though.
Mais un dia, talvez.
Right.
L'italiano devo sorridere quando parlo italiano e vorrei fare... Amo la musica italiana e la cucina, vorrei fare un giro in Italia solo per il cibo, solo per mangiare. Questo sarebbe un giro perfetto.
Yeah, I like Italian cuisine. I would like to go to Italy around just to eat. A2?
Latine.
Oh, that's it? Oh, come on. Bro, that's nothing. You got polyglots. All right? I'm going to speak right now to the entirety of the polyglots community, okay? I'm your nemesis. I'm your worst nightmare. Me and my buddy, Evil Dia. In fact, we should do a triple live. Me, Evil Dia, and him. And we just cross-reference. Bam, 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 bam. That's what we do. And I mean, if you have nothing to hide, that would be fantastic for you. Any of these polyglots out there, they claim, because not even 10 seconds, any of these polyglots, they should be like, oh yeah, let's do it. If someone says Metatron makes everything up, he does not speak. I've had someone say I don't speak Italian, by the way. So, someone claims Metatron doesn't speak Italian, just reading a script. Metatron, Japanese is awful. Let's do it. Let's go. Tomorrow, invite me. I'll come immediately. I'm ready to go. So, let's stop this nonsense, guys. You're not proving anything when you say, I like Italian cuisine. Of course, who doesn't? I like Italian cuisine. I would like to do a little tour and eat a lot. That was the end of the sentence. Anyone can do that. Latin. Let's go.
È difficile mi loquiest, sed possum dicere che est utilis lingua latina et est
So he did make a mistake and said dire, which is Italian to say instead of dicere or dicere if you want to go for classical, but it doesn't have to go to classical. Maybe the mistake wouldn't be something AI does, so now I'm starting to think maybe the guy isn't AI. This is so funny, by the way, that we think he's AI. Anyways, to prove I'm not AI, brother, to prove you're not AI, and also to prove that you're not one of those polyglots, you gotta go live. It's that simple. Anyways, that was the first topic, guys. What do you guys think? What does chat think? What do you think, guys? Is this guy AI or no?